Hello, everybody, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, and we are happy to have you with us today. As always, I do have my good friend and my great pal, and we all know he is the mastermind of this whole operation, Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how the heck are you doing today?
You know what? I'm doing fantastic, and I am looking forward to a great, different year than we had last year.
Hey, that's different to say the least. It was a great 2020, actually, for a lot of traders and investors.
If you were in the market, there were opportunities that you could have taken advantage of that were fantastic.
Yeah, that's the key word is opportunities. And that's a lot of the things that we're going to talk about here today on Investing with Confidence is some of the opportunities that we've seen last year in the financial markets. And what are some opportunities that us as the average investor, as far as different techniques and concepts that we can maybe apply for 2021 in the future? And it all comes down to having more confidence in your trading and investing. And with the volatility, you need that confidence.
Right.
But you need a plan to follow that, and that builds that confidence. Before we talk about, I guess, some of the different opportunities, Al, let's talk about what's going on in this market. What are some of the catalysts that are driving these, this phenomenal volatility, and how can we participate?
Well, what really drove the market last year was a kind of a tug of war between the coronavirus impacting the economy negatively, and then the potential for the vaccine and the potential for what was going to happen down the road with the economy. Because we started, the beginning of the year, we were still riding a fantastic economy. I mean, the strength was unbelievable. And then all of a sudden, the brick wall hit. That was the virus. So we actually kind of shut down the economy to deal with that virus. Now things are a little bit different, and we're looking forward to some sort of normalcy. I don't know if we'll ever get back to what it was before, but there will be some kind of normalcy coming up. But the bottom line is that there are always going to be opportunities. And anytime we go through a crisis, there are new opportunities, but they may be different than what they were before. I think last week we started talking a little bit about resolutions, and people making resolutions. My guess is that a lot of you have already done that. And my guess also is that a lot of you will never follow through with them. And I also would guess that there were a lot of diet books and financial books that were purchased and given as Christmas presents.
Collecting dust.
And I did that last year myself. One of my students, as a matter of fact, recommended a book he had been following, and it really helped him out. I bought the book. I haven't opened the book. And what I found, Josh, is you can buy a diet book, but you don't lose weight by just looking at it. You've got to open it. You have to actually follow what's there. And really, that's where we come into the picture. Our goal is to help you to follow through with those resolutions, to realize the resolutions, and not just have something like a book that you don't read, or maybe you listen to a webinar, went to a seminar. And as I said before, with a child can't learn to ride a bike at a seminar. And our feeling is that as individuals, we can't really learn how to trade and invest properly by listening to somebody talk, listening to somebody lecture to you, or reading a book. You have to kind of get your hands dirty, so to speak.
Yep.
And we've always said that you can't learn to trade and invest unless you start trading and investing. But you don't want to do that, take that step on your own.
Well, the reason now, it's a skill that you have to build.
Exactly.
And it's not just knowledge. I mean, you can read a book and gain a lot of knowledge.
Sure.
But you can't do anything off of that. You have to build the skill, and it's by doing. That's how us as adults, we actually learn too.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of great knowledge there, and that's what we provide in our classes. But that knowledge is worthless unless you know how to use it and when to use it and why you're using it. And the key, I think, is to have access to somewhere you can go to get help. You need guidance. You need a mentoring and kind of a feeling of community. The Online Trading Academy, for all of you that are listening, there is close to you a bricks and mortar center, an Online Trading Academy office in a building that you can go to, and there will be people there that are there to help you, to help provide support, to help take care of issues if you have an issue. And that's really an important thing. We'll help you open that book, so to speak, give you the knowledge, but then also we're there with you as kind of mentors to help you out, because that's how you think about it. Any resolution you have, if you try to follow through with it, if you have somebody there that's not only supporting you, but maybe kind of giving you a feeling of responsibility to them, that's going to help you to follow through with those resolutions. And if a financial resolution is something that you feel is important to you, and it would benefit you in some way, why would you want to hold off and not try to have success with that? That's what we're here for. We want to help you to make those resolutions reality for you. And we have our education really designed to help you do that. When we understand that there's fear of the unknown, and if you've never done this before, there's probably some fear or trepidation there. And that's where the proper knowledge and the ability to use it properly comes into play. That's where the confidence comes, knowing, what to do, when to do it, and why you're doing it. And that starts with that hands-on education. We want to not only tell you, but then we want to show you, and then we want you to do it, but under the guidance of somebody that knows what they're doing, that has experience.
You're exactly right. I mean, it is the beginning of the year. It's the second week of the year. And as Al was talking about, if you have those New Year's resolutions, whatever that may be, has it already stopped? And it's all about having some sort of plan. And then once you have a plan, I always encourage people, write it down. If you just think about a plan, it's not going to work. You have to write it down, and you have to be accountable with that. And Al was talking about some of the community things that Online Trading Academy does. It was that I was kind of thinking of that word. It was a couple of weeks ago that I was trying to say, and it's having that accountability buddy. Did I say that right?
No, you did not. It was sort of close. Accountability, I think, is what you might have meant to say.
That's why I have you on the show, because sometimes my words just do not come out right. But that's the key. And as I was talking about, having that bricks and mortar center located near you, you get that guidance. You have that community, and you're not trading and investing alone. You have someone to guide you through your learning process. Al, we got a big show coming up. I want to talk about, in this next segment, how the markets really work. Because a lot of people think it's just, market goes up, my market goes down. How does that happen? And it's based off supply and demand, which is how everything in life works. I want you to explain that and unpack that a little bit on how the markets really work. This is Josh and Al with Investing with Confidence. We'll be right back.